Hey, a lot of people have been wondering, why does the science deal so closely with the engineering? Why does the science deal with the frequencies and things? Why wouldn't that just be engineering? And well, I decided to break it down into layman's terms, the closest and the easiest way for everybody to go and get it. What I have here is a division table. You take A divided by B, like a mathematician table. They're the multiplication table, right? So, I mean, as we go through, I started realizing there was some awesome little, and yes, the numbers usually are like 5, 6 dots long, and I didn't feel like dealing with all that. But if you look, the similarities coming in 1, 133, 167, 2, 233, 267, 3. And this way it does the same thing. You know, they go and 67, 5, 4, 33. It, it's like, yeah, the ones are tricky, but, you know, and the fact that I'm reading it backwards now doesn't help. But as you go through it yourself, you'll be able to start seeing it. That the numbers 33, 53, the numbers add themselves. The first line is always zero point 0.5 up. The fourth line is always 0.25 up. Always 2 up. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, which is on the 5 line. I mean, so 5's the actual divisible by, it makes so the odd number makes an even. And these numbers go all the way down. I mean, then at the 7th, 14, everything goes and jumps up. I mean, if you really 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5. I mean, this is why. You know, if you follow the ones, it kind of, the unilateral of the whole thing is something spectacular. Too bad I can't. I should like write it on the other side, huh? And do one of them. But I mean, 12, 25, 38, 5, 62, 75, 88. I mean, the 5, then the 8, then the 5, then the 2, then the 5, then the 8, then the 2. Then it's a geometric similarity increases. And you could have always said that, oh, of course it is, because the numbers are finite. But I told you in an old video, one of my scientific achievement ones, that numerical values do not truly exist. They're made to clump things together. You know, but when you actually do the work, I mean, 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. 5 divided by 3 is 1.67. 5 divided by 4 is 1.25. 5 divided by 5 is 1. Then 583, 71, 62. For real. I mean, it's a little. I've been building my Star Trek to. My words have always been right. It's just stationary. What other stations are needed? You know, these are the things that my numbers might not always seem right, but they are always right. It's just they're not telling the whole truth. You know, and the point is, it still was Starfleet Academy, is why you went there. This usually takes years. of growth. So it's basically about learning it yourself so that when we all die, we all go to heaven. Since they're not going to build it here, we'll have the real true life thing there, you know. So I want it real, and I can't have it real if you guys don't take it seriously. And it is. It's an everyday life. I mean, the whole thing, all the way to 20. Yeah, all the way there. I mean, really, this is why we go and help charities. This is why we go and help people walk across the road. This is why we go and every single thing we do is Starfleet approved. You know, that's who we are. We're not some Trekkie that sits at a convention wearing a uniform and it means nothing to them. You know, I mean, I made a Star Wars thing and seem to have more respect for the art than people who are making it most of the time. This is the truth. This is why science is frequencies. Because when you're dealing with an electronic frequency, you have the points that make it the material that the point. You have the frequency, you have the materials. The frequency, the materials, and how they with the dosage. And it all breaks down like this. So, live your life for the prime directive. That's why I named it the prime directive of Jesus Christ. Like I said, if you got a problem with that, go to my 01 Does the Earth Really Revolve Around the Earth thing. It's at the bottom of the Starfleet page. You know, it's about helping, not discriminating, not hating, not war. It's too complicated to go and that's where they got you locked in. They say if you're on a ball and there's a crack in the middle and you want to get to the other side, just go around. Take the long way around. When people are just willing to climb down and back up. When you just get around the other side and you don't want to be there either. Because they never do, because they always crying about they're too close to the crack, but they had to be on the other side to get far enough away. But that's why they're all the same. But just thought that would answer